Hey guys, what's up everybody? Welcome or welcome back again to another video tutorial from the Apex Academy of Mathematics. My name is Akin, otherwise known as Apex LNU, and in this video, which is part 2 of this series, where we're going to be talking a little bit about multiplication of numbers by 11. All right, and if you have not seen part 1, you definitely want to check that video out for a better understanding of why this number 11 is so special to me and why it will be so special to you also. All right, and while during this video, if you like the content and the value that you're getting from this video, of course don't be afraid to hit like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates as it relates to mathematics and building your fundamentals. All right guys, all right, awesome. So let's jump right into the video. All right, so as I said to you before, this is part 2, and this is the final part where we're going to be talking a little bit about multiplication of 3-digit numbers by 11. All right, and it's similar to multiplication of 2-digit numbers by 11, but with a little slight different approach towards the way how we do it. Now it may take a little bit longer, but as I said before, when you practice these questions, it will become faster and faster and faster. And of course, this video is a little bit about the fun side of math. It's not per se to build your fundamentals, but I want to put a little bit of fun on my channel, a little bit of, you know, have a little fun in math. Math is not always serious. Sometimes you have to just flirt with numbers a little bit now and again. All right, so let's jump right into the questions. But first, let me just read this notation for you. And you of course you can write it down if you want to, but this may or may not be useful to you until when you see me do the examples. Right, so let's get into it. All right, so it says here, when multiplying any 3, 4, or even 5-digit number by 11, then the end digit of our end product will always be the end digit of our multiplicand. All right, let me just reiterate what a multiplicand is, or what I refer to as a multiplicand. These 146, 894, 291, 794, those are my multiplicand, and 11 is what I'm using as my multiplier. All right, good. So the end result of the end digit of our end product, which is the answer, will be the end digit of the multiplicand. So I know that the answer already for these 4 answers will end in 6, it will end in 4, it will end in 1, and it will end also here in 4. Let's continue to see the rest of this working out here. It says here that we must then find the sum of the digits consecutively in reversed order. Let me explain what that means here. So we're going to be consecutively means in order here. So I'm going to be adding the 6 to the 4, then the 4 to the 1, then the 1, and continue if there's more digit in the number. So we are adding basically in reversed order in that direction. That's how we are adding the digits in that direction there. Okay, all right, so we're going to get into that in just a little bit from now. All right, so this is just a quick note here, is that if the sum of the 2 digits which we add exceeds 10, be sure to carry over the first digit of the sum to the next digit in the multiplicand. All right, so as I said to you before, this right here may or may not make as much sense. I know that by now you want me to get into the examples, so without hesitation, let's get right into it. All right, so we want to know what the end result of 11 multiplied by 146, and of course you can definitely know that the answer here is going to be 1606, and that was without the use of a calculator. But let me show you how I did that for you. All right, so the first thing I do is that I already know that my answer is going to end in 6. Okay, so I'm going to now add the 4 and the 6, and I'm going to get 10. So because I know I cannot write down 10 here, I'm going to place the 0 from the 10 right in front of the 6 here. Yes, and I'm simply going to carry over that 1 to this 4 right here. I added the 6 and the 4 and I got 10, so the 0 comes here and I bring the 1 over to the 4 here. So the 4 plus the 1 that I just carried make 5, and the 5 plus the 1 that I'm supposed to add to the 4 gives me 6 right here. And of course it will always right here begin with 1. That is how I got the 1106. All right, so perhaps that first example was a little bit, you know, not so clear. So let's get into another example right here. All right, so for this one I know it's going to end with 1. That's what I know for sure. All right, so I know 9 plus 1 is going to give me 10. Once again, since I cannot write down 10, I'm going to write down the 0 from the 10 and I'm going to bring that 1, which is going to be right above the 9 right here. That 1 that I'm supposed to get from the 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. So this 9 plus 1 is 10 again, and 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay, 12. So once again, I cannot write down 12, so I'm going to write down the 2 from the 12 and I'm going to bring the 1 over to that 2 here, and that 2 now plus the 1 that I just carried over is going to give me 3, and so I should get an answer of 3201. And of course there's no reason why you cannot check this on your calculator to see and confirm that you have gotten 3201. All right, so I know right now you're saying I don't need to learn this, but like I said, this is not something that is going to build you as a math genius. It's just an arsenal, a little weapon to, of course, prevent you from knowing one less thing on your timetable. All right, it's just a nice little trick that you can do with your friends and family. Of course, math is not all serious. There's also fun in math, which of course you can definitely enjoy. All right, so let's wrap up these 2 questions and 2 more on the other side that I have for you. So these 2 questions are a little bit harder, but let's see how it works out. All right, so wonderful. So here we are now. We're gonna know that this answer ends here in 4. All right, so 9 and 4 is going to give me 13. Yes, so I know again I cannot write down the 13, so I'm going to write down the 3 from the 13 and I'm going to bring the 1 over above the 9. So next now, 9 plus 1 is the 10, and the 10 plus the 8, which I'm supposed to be adding to the 9, is going to give me 18. So that 8 comes here and I'm going to bring the 1 over in front of the 8, and then that 8 plus 1 is going to give me 9. And of course you can work with me by using your calculator and check to see that your answer is exactly 9,834. all right, so it wasn't that hard after all. Let's try number 4 question here. Okay, so here we know the answer is again going to end with 4. Yes, let's just remove this marker here. All right, good. And now 9 plus 4 once again is going to give me 13. So the 3 from the 13 goes here and we bring the 1 above the 9. So the 9 plus the 1 is 10, and the 10 plus the 7 is 17. So that's 7, and bring the 1 over here, and the 7 plus the 1 is 8. Of course, I do not stop you once again from double checking on your calculator if this method satisfies all numbers, and you're going to find out that, hey, wow, this is actually a really cool trick that you can try with your friends and family. All right, so let's check out the last 2 questions. I'm going to run through them real quickly for you. Hopefully you're following, and if you are, of course, please be sure to hit like on the video. Nothing is wrong with giving me more and more support as we go along. All right, guys, so let's wrap this up for you here. So we know it's going to end with 1, and 6 and 1 is 7, so there's no need to carry over. Then we're going to say 6 plus 3 is 9, and of course we're going to just simply end that answer with 3. So our answer is 3,971. all right, and then for this last one here, we know it's going to end with 8. 7 and 8 is going to give us 15. We cannot write down the 15, so we write down down the 5 and bring the 1 above the 7. So the 7 plus the 1 that I just carried makes 8, and 8 plus 5 is going to give me 13. Once again, I cannot write down the 13, so I'm going to write down the 3 and bring the 1 right above here. And of course, 5 plus 1 is 6. And you can definitely, as I said before, follow me on your calculators, because that's the objective, is to help you to get rid of the calculators from in your arsenal. Calculators are for verification, not for checking answer, and that's just my personal belief. All right, wonderful. All right guys, so that brings us to the end of part 2 of this tutorial, and of course it's the final part. All right, this trick works always for numbers 3, 4 and 5. I did not do an example with 4-digit or 5-digit, but you can definitely check it out using this principle and use your calculator to verify that you have done the correct thing. And if it is that you did not catch it the first time you watch this video, be sure to watch this video again until you get it, because of course this is only going to build your confidence even more, and there's many more tricks coming up. All right, great. So that brings us to the end of this video guys, and of course please don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, hit that notification bell, or I should say smash that notification bell, so you can be updated whenever I post another video. Coming up this week, or coming up in future videos, we're going to be doing divisibility tests by 11. That's another fantastic video that should be awesome, so check it out guys. And also check out my previous videos that I've posted. There's some great stuff coming up, and I will see you all next time. Akin Apex Selenio here from the Apex Academy of Mathematics, saying goodbye, peace out, take care, and practice, practice and practice.
Triangle in a half, we realize that the angle here would equal to 30 degrees plus the 60 degrees and the 90 degrees, which add up to 180